So take my words. Before entering Business 4.0, get the key. Get silence in your IT organization. So who is NG? I'm the CIO for marketing and sales in Belux, for the commercial part, not for the whole Benelux. And basically, NG is the #1 non-state-owned energy company in the world. So we're active in 70 countries with 155,000 people working for the company on the 5 continents. And basically, we are a key player in energy, of course. But even more important, we want to be the leader in energy transformation. We'll come back to that afterwards. And there is a slight error on this slide because we're active on 6 continents. We're also caring for the polar station, Belgian polar station in the South Pole, Princess Elizabeth. So we are probably the very first company active on the 6 continents. And as you may see on Google Maps, not even Google has been there yet with their small cars. So they're beaten there, but unfortunately, I heard this morning with Joost that you're in the space already. So sorry for that, but we're second. As far as marketing and sales in Belgium is concerned, we care for the marketing activities, sales activities, of course, customer service, serving 2.7 million customers with a big market share, 47% market share. Growing again, this is a very, very painful slide for the competitors. Fortunately, there are no other utilities from Belgium here. And we're offering commodity, of course, but even more important services, related services, being basically smart devices, small windmills for the small B2B customers, solar panels, heating, maintenance, all services around, because as you may know, the margins are getting thinner and thinner on the commodities, so you need really to have other streams of revenue. KLM has not been disrupted yet. In the energy market, we've been really very hardly disrupted along the whole value chain, basically in the generation part, very, very clearly, but also on the right-hand side in the marketing and sales part, in the commercial part. And for the very obvious reasons that consumers have become prosumers. Sometimes it's like in the airplane, they know better their energy than we do, which is a risk for us as well, and not very optimal for our employees either. There is another part that is very important too. There is a consumerization of the energy technology happening as well. Because most B2C customers have now smart thermostats at home or have access to these kind of things. A lot of them, at least in Belgium, have solar panels as well, so they are producing energy. They know how the market works. So this is a big, big difference for us. And moreover, there are new entrants, as you see at the bottom of the slide. Amazon, for instance, Google with Nest, providing thermostats as well, Apple, a lot of new entrants. So this is a big threat as well for us. The advantage we have is that those guys don't have a clue how you manage energy. So what will happen probably, or what we intend to do, is partnerships with them. And then we come back on Business 4.0 with the API economy, having links to those guys. We're not necessarily being in competition with Google or with Apple or whatever, but we're partnering with them to get a better service, better experience for our customers. This is what we are doing. As far as NG is concerned, we want to be the leader in energy transformation, and this comes with 3 Ds. The decarbonization, I heard a few minutes earlier that Japan is going back to coal. That's exactly the opposite of what we're doing. We're selling the coal power plants. We're just divesting in the coal power plants and investing in renewables because we think we need to move to something else, not that polluting. It comes with the decentralization. I told you, most people in Belgium have no solar panels. So they are producing energy, they are prosumers with other expectations towards their energy supplier. And of course, digitization, where IT comes, we're all over the chain, of course, but in digitization for 4.0, it's extremely important for us too, to be there. So these are the 3 Ds we work on to be the leaders in the energy transformation. So our journey towards a scalable future starts from an operational excellence, getting the silence in IT to be able to work on something else, reducing the cost as well, like you've seen in the video. And we're working on artificial intelligence, on chatbots, on virtual assistants, on robotic process automation. I'll come back on that one later on as well. We are willing to build, or we are building, a customer engagement platform that will give us a 360-degree view on the customer, which is extremely important for the prosumers. Enabling as well the call center agents or the customers themselves online to have the next best action for them. Helping the prosumer with insurance, because they might have solar panels, but if they do not have any insurance, any maintenance on those ones, they're stuck. Not the very first years, but afterward it is the case. Peace of mind for the customer. I expect that in the short future, we will not sell energy anymore, but we will sell comfort. Just giving you 18 degrees in the home when you're not there, 21 when you're there, through IoT. Knowing who is in the home and changing the heat based on that parameter. And of course, like I told, in the middle of our energy ecosystem, we'll be working a lot with partners, so we'll need a very good API platform. This is the very first example of artificial intelligence we've implemented on robotic process automation. We're doing a lot of things on artificial intelligence, but this is one concrete one we've implemented in 2016, and these are the results after 5 months. So robotic process automation enables scripting of repetitive tasks in one or more IT systems. And we've been doing this, and we have an average automation rate now on the process we've been chosen. Of course, we chose several and specific processes that could be automated. Where you really need a human brain for very complex processes, it cannot be automated. But for the ones that can be automated, and in customer service, in HR, in IS, there are a lot of people clicking on the same button all day long, still nowadays. This you can automate without any problem, with high return on investment for these kind of things. Not going into details, we have some issues. In backend SAP, for instance, we had a release with a pop-up coming, it stopped the machine. Logically, it had not been scripted this way. But however, it works very well. Another one is moving from SAP, we're still working with SAP ISU for utilities, on HANA for our finance systems. I'm not going into details here, but you see impressive figures. So this has been done with TCS. Excellent job on the project itself. Very short in time, and with excellent results, 500% improvement in execution of the key transactions, and reducing our fast closing time by 9 times. We're doing the same thing on BW for business intelligence for the time being, and in 2019 we intend to do it for SAP ISU as well, close to our customer engagement platform I spoke about a few minutes ago. So we've been working with TCS on 3 main topics I wanted to touch upon today. The very first one is getting the silence in our SAP, not only SAP, but in the whole ecosystem, 100% availability of the systems, moving to agility as well, removing those releases we had in the energy world every 3 months or something. I wouldn't say we're working fully in DevOps yet, but basically we can release every day if it's needed, even in SAP, without putting the machine down. It's a big, big difference compared to 2 years ago. Transforming the business with the target 2020 we've put there. We'll be moving the suite on HANA for SAP as well. Critical application for us, certainly nuclear, of course. On time, successful transformation has been achieved there. And we have a vision as well for the customer engagement platform and providing really for our customers a completely different customer experience. And last but not least, we're also reimagining things with TCS with a joint co-innovation program we launched this year, because we used TCS to start with for the Keep It Running, but we moved to the projects and to the innovation with them along the time. And so we have new ideas, we propose new ideas to our business, to the marketing guys, customer service guys, pricing, whatever, in order to accelerate our marketing and sales and get closer to the customer, get a better customer experience, which is our main objective for marketing and sales in Belgium. Thank you for your attention.
Marc, thank you very much. Again, I'd like to open it up to questions from the audience. But first of all, I just wanted to ask you a little bit about how you get all of the company, in something like utilities, a traditional company, how do you get everybody on board with all the latest technology that you're implementing? You talked about the need for silence, but do you find that right across the board, everybody really, really understands the benefits of everything that you're bringing in?
That's a tough one. At board level, yes.
Right.
Very clearly, because my IT organization is in the business. It's not a separate IT organization reporting, however, to the board. It's in the board. So I'm there. I'm sitting with my colleagues, and we share the same vision. So that's not an issue. Culturally, when we go down in the organization, indeed, it's a tough job. But we manage, as you saw with robotic process automation, even the unions are with us for doing this. Has been a tough job to do. We had to prepare it and make them understand that repetitive tasks are not really interesting for the people. And our personnel as well are following the trend because they are not fearing for their job. There is too much work to do anyhow, and they're working on exceptions. We only have 1% exception, but there's a lot exceptions. Again, if we have half of it, they still have a lot of work to do. But instead of clicking all the time on the same button, they get value-adding services for the customers. That's what they like too.
So you have to communicate that to them.
Sure.
Yeah. Have we got any questions from the audience? Right. Right over there on my right-hand side there. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Congratulations that you got the silence ready in time and so you could focus on Business 4.0. Imagine a company that doesn't have the full silence and operational excellence yet. Do you really think they have to wait with Business 4.0 for the next 2 or 3 years and then start? I'm not sure that this is viable for many companies that still have to work on the basics that they wait. What's your opinion there?
No, we've not been waiting. It's not that it's sequential and that you have to be operational excellence before starting. Otherwise, you'll be late anyhow, because it's an awful lot of preparation entering 4.0. I spoke about a key entering 4.0, just like if it was a border and you cross it and you're in 4.0. It's a journey. We're only in the very beginning of 4.0, and getting operational excellence, it's a must, that's for sure. Otherwise, you will not be heard at board level if you do not get this. So you need to get a reasonable level. 100% is maybe not necessary. Reasonable level to be heard. But you can start the journey, even under the radar if needed. But yeah, start the journey, but before being there really, you need to get time also for your IT people to work on 4.0. If they're in the mess with their operations, they don't have any time getting in the new technologies.
Okay, and we'll just take another quick question there, actually. Thank you.
Hi, Matti Kinder. We saw the example of the boiler of Mitsubishi in Japan. You have quite some legacy assets as well, like the nuclear plants in Belgium. Yes. Do you intend to do anything with Industry 4.0 and your legacy assets? Can you connect them?
Yeah, sure. I'm not caring for nuclear. I'm on the commercial part, but we are doing that. When I don't know how many IoT and sensors there are in a nuclear plant, but probably much more than in a Boeing. And we've been doing this for 20 years. When we speak to our colleagues doing the maintenance in the plants, when they say IoT is nothing new for us. It was just called SCADA in the past, but we've been doing this preventive maintenance for ages. So we're just using a new technology that is available, much less costly than a SCADA and the sensors we had 10 years ago. But so they are doing that. They're doing maintenance, preventive maintenance, which does not prevent the issues we might have with a nuclear plant or whatever plant, indeed. This is true. But they've been doing this for ages and they're still doing. But they're implementing the new technologies we see here, like IoT. I did not speak about IoT because in marketing and sales, we have less IoTs. In the home, we might, and in B2B sector as well, but not as much as in the production and generation environment. But yes, they're doing 4.0 as well, but not all parts of them. IoT, well, they will. For other parts, they won't for cybersecurity threats. So they're stuck for some parts. So they're working on other 4.0 topics than we are in marketing and sales.
Okay, I'm going to leave it there, actually, from Marc. If you have any other questions, do go and find him at a coffee break or tonight or any other time. But thank you very much indeed. Marc, it was a pleasure. Thank you very much.